We hear about it in pop culture. Dungeons and Dragons. The name evokes the image of a group of nerdy guys sitting in a basement, speaking in weird voices and yelling out made-up words. The reality is more about hanging out with good friends, writing a story, and making great memories. The opening scene in episode 1 of Stranger Things is a great example of what a D&D session looks like. It's an imaginative game that can or cannot be played with a board or figures. It can be what you want it to be, however serious or casual. A session usually starts like this. The Dungeon Master, the referee or main storyteller, will set the scene.
Okay, so where we last ended, you guys had entered the temple and had saved Oscar, the king's heir, and had escaped the gibbering mouther. So officially, where we last left off, you guys had exited the temple, Oscar in tow. Kara is still in bear form with Oscar on her back. And
each player has a set of dice, which are used for different actions they decide to take. Usually the Dungeon Master, or DM, provides a guideline for what your characters can do, which you can choose to abide by or
ignore. Just travel back the way you came. Do you have a particular place you'd like to stop at?
The DM creates a world, and you create a character to play in that world. The dice are used to determine how well you do while performing actions. If you roll a high number, you perform well. If you roll low, you fail.
Damn it. It's a 10.
The stakes are different depending on what action you decided to take. If you tell the DM that your character jumps off a cliff, then you roll a low number, chances are your character will die.
Nope.
17.
Whew. I got a -1. I think we should go. Am I blind?
Are you temporarily blind?
I
can't see.
But actually, you looked at the sun.
The Dungeon Master is the ultimate decision maker when it comes to consequences of the actions you take. But the bigger question people have is, why do people play? Gage Moore is the DM of one group and tries to answer these questions.
Sometimes I feel like it's easy to feel that your life is very plain, you know? Maybe you don't always feel like you're the hero of your own story, or maybe you don't even feel like you really have a story, but you're just kind of there. I think it's definitely, you do it to escape from reality. Maybe you do it to, maybe you do it a little bit to feel good about yourself or something like that. I mean, I think it can be good for your esteem. We're all a little bit egocentric. We're all maybe a little bit selfish, and, you know, being able to imagine that the world actually does revolve around you is nice for a change, you know?
Haley Holt thought she would never play, and especially not enjoy the game.
I think it can be pretty fun, and it's fun to do with your friends while you're drinking and just having a good time, so.
Okay, it's good.
Some might ask, what's the point? How do you win? And the answer is that you win when you make your friends laugh. You win when something happens in the story that makes you want to find out what happens next. There might not be an explicit outcome or objective, but people don't play games for the sole purpose of winning. At the end of the day, we play games because it's fun. For KRUA, I'm Thomas Moore.
You cannot have entered yet. Are you also gonna, I swear to God, if you also kick open the door to the bar. All three of you enter, you all enter one at a time.